and good evening, and welcome to a brand new year of British Wrestling Radio. This is your host with the biggest ego in the whole of this house. And I'm not even allowed to say that because maybe she'll kill me. And she's Nixy Newman. If you've not heard us before, we are a live show. We're not a podcast. We are a live show that broadcasts at bwrradio.com every Friday evening. The reason we hadn't done it this Friday, I was working. That's why. And there was no way in hell I was going to do that. But I'm in the chat room as Snuggy Cute, so please do not kick me out of the chat room. So I'm in there. But how you been? Happy New Year, Nix. Happy
You
New-
too.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a bit there tonight, so
Yeah, you're a bit. Oh yeah, you got a sore throat, ain't you?
yeah, I'm a bit croaky.
Yeah.
It's been getting worse over the last 6 hours, actually, but yeah, I'm fine.
And
Not missing it.
And before we go any further, can I just say 6-0 to the Wednesdayites. 6-0 to the Wednesdayites. 6-0 to the Wednesdayites. I had to get that in. Because if Sweet Shin Music's listening to the show, then I'm just going to play that over and over and over again. We're gonna do that things. Got loads to cover tonight. We've got tonight. I don't know what you've got to cover, but in my eyes, we've got to cover the release from the WWE this week. What somebody asked for, she has to be released. The fiasco of a gentleman saying that Mae Young had died.
Oh, yes.
And she hadn't. Good on you, girl. We're still going to see you at WrestleMania 40 for your 100th show. Get in there, my girl. We've got that. We've also got the WWE Network. We've also got the announcements today by a British promotion that is going to interest you, Nixie.
Is this one you texted me about?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I will respond to that in a little while, by the way. I do have a response.
Yeah. Very simply, we're going to do that as well. But at the moment, I'm just going to go into... I've got our chat room up. I've got the chat room, so I'm going to stay with that one, I think, if I can get back in. I've just fucking deleted it. I know I have. You thick twat. There we go. There's the WWE Network and all this stuff. There's the British things that's going up. We got PCW coming up. They've been announcing Chris Hero and other things like that. Southside have been announcing people as well. There's all these great things that's been happening that's announcing stuff and everything, and it really is going to be the one of these shows that's like it's either going to be the biggest train wreck or it's going to be the best show in the world. But first of all, new year, new beginnings. We just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that messages over the new year. I think there was about 4. We had loads of people wishing us a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks for listening for the last show as awards. We had no comeback. We didn't have one person mutter about the winners. So, fair enough. It's one of them things, I suppose, when we made decisions. And the thing that's different is people voted. We didn't decide. People voted for it. So that changed things for us anyway. And a lot of people said it was one of our best shows ever. What did you feel? Especially me doing a rant on slippers.
What, the award show?
Yeah.
I thought it was good fun, especially when I screwed up at the start.
Yeah, you screwed up. You completely fucked up at the start, and the next minute you just went, "What'd you get for Christmas?" And then you still got some slippers. It still sends a shiver down my spine just talking about fucking
I'm
slippers.
looking at my lovely slippers over here. They're lovely red Nordic Fair Isle Minnie and Mickey classic ones.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they got bleeding things on it. They're indoor shoes, and you don't need indoor shoes. That's what socks are for. I've said to you that.
I'll bring slippers with me in March.
But no, it's very cool. Thanks for everybody's kind compliments and everything like that. And even bigger than that, we hit 900 likes.
Hey!
We hit it. We hit the magic button, and I could not believe that we actually hit that target. And it was like, wow. We went from 876 to 900 in like days. It was crazy the amount of people that found us. I don't know who shared us, but thank you so much, because all of a sudden our shares went through the roof. It was just everybody was just saying, "Oh, British Wrestling Radio, ding, 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 ding." Um, I just think that it makes me proud of myself, because when I started this, I didn't think we'd get 10. I always say that. I never thought in a million years that we'd get that amount of downloads, the amount of likes in my life. But credit got to go to Seamus and Daniel, you, Ace, Wintersley, everybody that did it for us. You did a real good job, and thank you so much for what you did. And love you all forever, and love you all for more. And here's to the next 100. And I promise, we've got a massive announcement to make about our weekender with Preston and stuff, because that's going to be coming up in less than 8 weeks now. It's just over 8 weeks away. So
Mike has zombie slippers. Mike, I hate you.
Okay, he's got what? Zombie
slippers. Mike, send me a picture of them, will you?
What's that got to do with the price of fish?
I don't know. I just saw it on there and I had to comment.
Yeah, I bet you did. Anyway, first of all, let me get into Facebook, and then I'll get on to and I'll get on these events and everything that people's coming up over the next few weeks, and we're gonna get that done and stuff. And oh god, it's telling me to update my browser. Oh bollocks! All right, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. So, but what's your take on this week's events so far?
A lot's happened this week.
Yeah,
a lot has happened on this side of the water and on the other side of the water. So there's a lot for us to talk about.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start. I mean, I can't get to see the Brits, but I will get the British events out of the way, so we'll get that done. But what we're going to talk about first is, what do you want to do? Because
I'll go with wherever you go, and I'm easy.
Okay, Caitlyn. We'll go with Caitlyn getting released. Good or bad decision? I mean,
yes, good. It's fine.
We know what Caitlyn's going to be like. She's getting married, and
yeah.
She wants to take time away and just do appearances. And yeah, you laughing at the Bet Lynch slippers and all that? We've got slippers in our frigging chat room.
Oh, I'm laughing at Todd Carty on Dancing on Ice, but you know.
You shouldn't be watching nobody. I'm telling you now.
I'm a woman. I can multitask.
I'm not. No. This is most important. No. Don't give me that crap. Anyway, get back to it. Caitlyn. What do you reckon? Is it a good thing? I mean, it's got rid of one of the wrestlers from WWE. It's not one of the divas. It's one of the wrestlers.
She was someone that could actually do something. So no, it's not very good. But I think she's just done it to go and get married. The thing is, they all say it. They spend 250 plus days on the road. When do you get time to enjoy married life in that?
But you know you're going to do that because it's your dream to be signed by the WWE.
Yeah.
And that's what you get. It's not exactly going to be a holiday. You're not like, oh, well, you're joining the best company in the world. Right? There's no two words about it. It's not like saying, oh, I'm joining a wrestling company. No. You're joining the wrestling company.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a case of joining a little promotion that you'd wrestle once or twice a month. This is the WWE. They go everywhere. And they're the number one in the business. Not number one in the business for nothing. They will go everywhere and anywhere to an audience. So it's there's always wrestlers that quit. Like, I mean, Brock did it in the early noughties. Goldberg did it.
We miss him.
No, we don't miss him. But it's full of wrestlers that's supposed to be great, and then all of a sudden say, no, I can't hack the schedule. I'm going. I think that's why Kurt Angle finished. I think that's why, because he saw an easy schedule that was TNA. Lee James has just said a point in our chat room, which is interesting. Wasn't she not being used enough and wanted a release? She wanted a release. That's what we got with.
I don't think she'd been used right for a while, but at the same time, they're so focused on pushing the twats, and they're not going to take AJ off the top spot because the crowd loves her. She's bringing in money. People want to see her. So they're not going to surrender her either. So it just leaves you kind of left where all the others are.
So, I mean, were you saying that they were going to they're focusing more on the total divas?
No, they're not focusing more on the total divas. They're focusing more on the twats and the red-headed idiot.
Even on that bleeding, what's the name?
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie and Bella's, yeah?
Yeah, basically, because Jojo Ammerman's probably going to be out in a little while, and they're not pushing Natalia, and they should be.
Well, apparently JoJo's been into... she's been bumped down because of her attitude in the back, and because she's been going on Raw, and she's a backstage attitude has been getting a pain in the ass to a lot of the people, and they're saying, "Oh well, get bump her back," and that's what they're doing. But I can get the
she's
thing.
Got a lot of success young, hasn't she? So that's why she's only 18.
Yeah, 19.
Well, 19.
18, okay. 19. But it's like we always say, oh, there's all these girls. But the one girl that we all want, and they do it every time. I mean, how many months did we want Christian back before they put him on ECW? It's same with Paige. Yep. Brittany. It's been with Brittany Knight. How many months now has every single person, chat room, and everything like that? There's things in all these people. And they're not pushing. I mean, she's desperate to be pushed now to the main roster.
She is.
Surely it might happen after the Royal Rumble. Do you think it might happen? Brittany versus AJ at WrestleMania?
I'd love to see it.
Can you see it though?
I'm not. I'd like to say yes, but I want to see it. I think the two of them could wrestle each other properly. It wouldn't be some sort of shitty multi-tag match. They could actually hold and have the crowd into them for a proper match and own it. And I'd love to see it. I do, but the question is, who do I cheer for if they do it?
Oh, you just
who do I support?
Webby says she's injured, I think. Webby in our chat room. Congratulations to Webby and his Patriots on winning their American football. Well done to the Patriots. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't saying jack shit about American football. I still hurt. That's all I'm saying. I still hurt. Okay, end of story. Kept my mouth shut. Everything. Not saying a word. I hurt. Okay, I really, really hurt. Oh yeah, that's something. Last Sunday, I watched. Yeah. I think it was last Sunday or the Sunday before. It was one of the two. I decided to give British Wrestling Roundup a go.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I just think, and the one thing that did me, it said British Wrestling Roundup, right?
Yeah.
And the first match, guess what it was?
An American match.
No, not just a American match. It was two American guys wrestling in the Coventry Superdome from 2002. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe.
Well, that's not really British wrestling, is it?
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then all of a sudden, think about the ways behind it. It's like there's some people behind it saying that we want to get more people watching it, so they put CM Punk and Samoa Joe, two well-known names. And then after the break, they had NGW. Yeah. They had NGW on the show. So, sorry, Chris. For some reason, I'm signed in on both bleeding. Sorry, Chris. Can we just do this talking for a bit, mate? I'm sorry, but we're just going to get all this sorted out of the way. Then we'll let people come on. But it's 2005. 2005, that was it. 2005, G. Sorry, mate. It's just the thing that everybody says there's half an hour of it. There's half an hour of British Wrestling Roundup. Surely there's Southside Wrestling that they put. Did you see the matches that everybody put on over Christmas? Future Shock. You had Scottish Wrestling Entertainment putting up their Hell for Lycra show. You had Future Shock putting up their Super Show. You had PCW putting up some shows as well. You had Southside putting up some great shows over the Christmas. House of Pain put up Joseph Connors versus Alex Gracie. You had all these great matches that people was putting on YouTube and putting on Facebook for free. Why can't we see any of them on the TV screen? I mean, I would love to see. They put Kevin Steen versus. If anybody didn't go to the Huntington show last year, Southside actually put up for free Kevin Steen versus Styx at Huntington in April. The famous one where after that Styx kidnapped Ben's wife and put her in the ring, and the Predators held her in the ring until Ben agreed to give Styx his title rematch. And then the whole crowd was just there in silence. It was just, that was one of the moments of one of the moments of the year for me, anyway. But it just seems that no matter what we do at the moment, it just seems like we get these opportunities and everything like that for British wrestling and stuff, and all the other people talk about is the bad things.
That's better.
Where have you been?
Disconnected.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake, woman. I'm trying to talk to you and you disappear.
Sorry.
Think Wrestle Talk TV. It needs to. I think there was somebody. I mean, there was a comment saying, "Why are you only promoting Soul Things?" I mean, why isn't Wrestle Talk TV promoting all the Brits instead of just London areas and stuff like that? That's another thing. It just seems to me it's wasting opportunities here.
They're not promoting what they could.
I mean, you cannot ignore the accomplishments of 2013. Accomplishments, right? PCW, ICW in Scotland are now selling out. Every show they can go to. It's almost sells out everywhere they go. As soon as ICW come out, boom, there's a massive tickets. Gone. We've got a massive announcement in a bit for ICW.
Okay.
It just seems that when Wrestle Talk TV started, they just showed the British guys fucking up. Do you remember that? When they showed...
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we're going to show Rockstar Spud fucking up. Oh, we're going to show Doug Williams fucking up in the ring. Oh, yeah, we're going to show everything like that. But why is it never they show the great matches? I mean, Christ, I think you could put any match from the last 2 years of El Ligero versus Martin Kirby, Eagle Dragon, against anything. You could put any tag match between Predators and Fight Club up in PC. You could put Fight Club against Young Bucks from Bang for Your Buck last year. Easily up against anything. Or the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Eagle, the Martin Kirby and Eagle and El Ligero. Easily. Progress, yeah, Webby's just said a great one. Progress sell out in like 30 minutes. Pixie, give us half an hour. We'll start after 11 o'clock. Anybody can ring. 11 o'clock, anybody can ring in. I promise. I won't say a word about ICW. I promise. It just seems...
The thing is, even if they just turn around and say, oh, British shows this week that are coming out, and then specify what American wrestlers are going to be there, you're still putting the show out there. And the thing is, that is one of the ways that brings people in and introduces people to all these British people you've probably never heard of. They use the Americans as kind of like the bait. And then after that, you want to go and see all the British wrestlers, and you think, oh, the American ones there, it doesn't matter so much. I want to see these people. It's the way it works. Even if they just pushed them, you'd still know what was going on. And that's how you introduce yourself to it.
I think, speaking from my personal thing, is like, whenever I went to Southside and Dale Mills in the always used to announce the next time they're coming back to this area and who would be there. And I'll never forget the first time I went to Huntingdon. April 2012. It was the WrestleMania day. Went with Mudgeman and Smarty from our chat rooms. The first BWR get together it was. And Mudge and Smarty had never been to a British wrestling show in their life. Next thing they know, they're having their photographs took with Madman Manson. Marking out every 2 minutes. Smarty got told to fuck off by Chris Travis. Mudge was the biggest mark you've ever seen in your life. He loved every single second of it and would never ever dream of it or doing all like that. And then you have all these great things happening. And at the end of the show, Dale stands in the ring and he says, by the way, everybody see you again in August when Davey Richards is here. Now, I'm like, what? I had to see
you were like that.
I had to go and see Ben and go, is that real? You got Davey Richards? And he went, yeah. I went, oh my God. He says, well, that's one ticket sold at least. I went, you're kidding, aren't you? I said, fuck me, I'm coming. It always seems to be like that. You look at all the announcements that's been made over the last few days. I mean, PCW have announced Chris Hero is going to be at Road for Glory when we're there. Right?
Yeah.
So, and you've got all these great stars that's going to be there. You got Papa Shango, you got Godfather, Chris Hero, Maria, Eddie Bennett, Mike Bennett, sorry. and AJ Styles is going to be there for that weekend as well. You got all these great, great, great things that's happening, and it's always a great night. Can we announce it yet, Winters? If your little announcement, can we announce that yet in our chat room? Because it'd be great if we could.
Well, that is the way they bring the people in, isn't it? They put
we all know
known
that.
famous faces out there, but then that's the way. I mean, look at me coming to Southside shows. I didn't initially go to see Tommy Dreamer or Ted DiBiase. I went because I wanted to go, and that kind of introduced me to a whole nother side of wrestling that I didn't know about.
Right, March 28th, February 28th, the BWR Weekender has 3 people going to wrestling events.
Yep.
One is me. One is Nixy.
One is me. And the other.
The third person is coming all the way from Canada.
Can you guess
now,
who?
He's confirmed this. Now, he's going to spend a couple of nights. We're going to have a couple of nights at my place because we're doing Preston, staying there, come back, London, come up to my place, stay the night, Southside, next day, Southside, come back to my place, stay the night, and do British Wrestling Radio on a video link. We're not doing it audio. We're going to do it as a video show so you can see all of us. That's one of our great announcements we're going to make for this year. British Wrestling Radio goes BWR TV for one night. So that's what we're going to do on, I think it's Sunday night, because if we can't do it in Preston, because literally we're going to be partying, because there's no way that Winters is going to fly all this way from Canada and just go to a wrestling show and that's it, to be honest. Ain't happening. But Nixie, stop going on about slippers. You hear about
No, sorry, I laughed midway through. Sorry, carry on.
But we got these things that's coming, and Winters is coming to see British Wrestling, and he's coming from Canada, and he's going to see PCW and Southside in one weekend. So if you're going to go to either show, come and say hi to Winters. He's flown a hell of a long way to see the show, to see these shows. I don't even think I've met anybody that's going to be flying about all these thousands of miles just to see a show. I've never known it, but he's coming. I'm buying the tickets. This is it, Nixie.
Yeah.
The tickets are being bought Wednesday.
Okay. 3
tickets for PCW.
Yep.
3 tickets for Southside.
Uh-huh.
And we've got all these. They've got that, and then we've got to book the hotel room in Preston. Family room. So one of us gets the sofa, and other 2 get the bed.
Okay.
I've got a sneaking feeling it'll be you on the sofa.
Is it a little sofa?
No, it'll be a big one.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, and we got PCW end of February. The thing that funnies me with Winters is when he sees our snow. If it snows that week, right? Now, this is the thing,
We've
right?
joked about this, haven't we?
Yeah, we've joked about this, and it's going to be true. He's going to see Great Britain brought to a standstill with a smidgen little bit of snow and going, oh, the trains are blocked. He's coming from a place where there's been 14, 15-foot snowdrifts, right? And people get to work and do all their stuff, and then you've got him. He's just going to laugh in their faces, isn't he? Can you imagine?
He is.
Hey, why are the trains not running? Oh, there's too much snow on the tracks. Really? What?
Yeah, he's going to be... Lance, you don't know what you're letting... If it snows, you are just going to go, what? And you're really going to want to scream at the British people.
It's going to be so funny to hear them talk. They're going to go, what the fuck are they on about? And honest to God, it is. It's going to be fucking hilarious. But there's that as well. The British Wrestling Radio... I'm thinking of changing the name of British Wrestling Radio.
Why?
That is another thing I'm thinking about. It's been bugging me for ages. It's been really, really bugging me inside of me for ages that the name British Wrestling Radio doesn't mean for us. And as much as I'd love it to be, it's not. I'm not going to change much of it. It's just the last letter. It's just the last name of it, radio. Okay.
Okay.
It's just that I think there's another BWR on Twitter now. British Wrestling Revival. Good kid. He does a great podcast, and I've heard it. He's a great young lad. He's 13, and he's doing this great website, and he's done some cracking interviews and stuff. And I'm thinking of just getting rid of the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, and putting it what?
I don't know yet. Don't know.
Okay.
BWN, British Wrestling Networking, British Wrestling, BWB, Broadcast, British Wrestling Broadcasting. I don't know.
Mm.
It's up to you guys. If you want to stay, we keep British Wrestling Radio. We'll stay. If you want to go with the suggestions I'm going to put up, let us know.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah, that's not a bad one, is it? British Wrestling Community Radio. That's not bad. Any suggestions? If you like us to change his name. I think PCW starts about 6 o'clock. I think it starts about 6 o'clock at night, and then they've got 2 shows the next day because it's the Super Show weekend. Because they've got Friday night show, and then they've got party night, and then Saturday they've got a daytime show at 12 o'clock, and then they've got the main one at 6 that night. So I don't know exactly. Okay, fair enough, Webby. BWB. But anyway, as we keep going on about the British wrestling thing, a major milestone happened a couple of days ago on Facebook. The British Bulldog Hall of Fame class webpage petition reached 2,500 signatures.
It did.
So a massive congratulations goes to Michael and to Darren, to Nick, to all the guys that do British wrestling, to the British Bulldog petition. 2,500, amazing. I think that's so they've done that, and it's going up. And I really believe the amount of stuff that the British Bulldog's been shown on the WWE website. Have you seen it? They've been putting a load of his stuff on it. It's like his matches and the little bits about him and stuff. And I think I've got to stop saying stuff, right?
Stuff. Yeah, you say it a lot.
Saying it a hell of a lot. Okay, it's driving.
There's a T-shirt and they're on WWE shop too.
I know, it's all these things that's coming out, but it's not as good as my T-shirt. No way.
Oh, okay.
I got offered my niece. You know your badge you've bought me.
Yeah.
I've had to put that in my will now because my niece. Right, this is absolutely true. My niece has now said, right?
Yeah.
She wants it when I die.
That's nice.
Great, isn't it? Oh yeah. For those who don't know, there's WWE legends now are getting behind the petition. We've had Savio Vega, remember him? We've got Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and the best one of all, we've got TNA superstar Kurt Angle, all involved on Twitter.
I knew about Kurt Angle. I didn't know about Jim Duggan though.
And RVD, we've got RVD. They got RVD as well. Yeah, well, Rob Van Dam. Yeah. Surprised they could see through the smoke. But
feet on a pole.
Yep, there we go. Anyway, now I want to see if I can get this British wrestling thing on. Oh God, I've lost my events. I can't find them nowhere. I can't get into Facebook. I can't do anything. Please forgive me. Whoops. So
can't leave you anywhere, can we?
No. I'm just gonna shut down some things, but I'll be fine. There we go. Now we're cooking. We're all right now. Oh, yeah, Roddy Piper and Tatanka as well. Whoa. Anyway, Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna say something controversial here, and I want your opinion. Apart from the last 2.5 minutes, that was the shittiest fucking old school Raw there's been.
Oh, wait, too cool.
Get the fuck. Come on.
Too cool.
Too cool.
Come on, who else was up dancing at the end of the match? Come on, I was. Who else was? Was it just me? It probably wasn't just me.
I wasn't. Oh, come on. Name me one match that happened in that. Name me a match. Who did Too Cool face?
3MB. We've got to talk about Ric Flair.
What about him?
I don't know. Mike will tell me in a minute.
Oh.
I'm just going to drop him in there.
So, you had a 3-hour old school Raw. I mean, you're a disgrace. I'm not a disgrace. It's just a thing
Too
to me.
Cool were great.
It's
And
yeah, but it was all
think
the
back.
legends. Right, Nix. It was all the legends we see every old school Raw.
Yeah, because they're the only ones who come back. We haven't seen Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexo before. And think about the last time you saw Jerry Jr. It was like at that. It probably wasn't when he had the heart attack. It was when he was fighting Michael Cole, and Michael Cole brought him out, and he was fat. He was like bleached blonde. He looked a mess. Think how good he looks now. He looks fantastic. I haven't seen him look that good in a while. He didn't look like he'd aged at all since the 2000s.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the old school Raws, but why can't we have an old school like Attitude Raw?
Mike,
Not like
you're
from
right, by the way.
1998. Or a Raw is War old school Raw.
Well, they won't do Raw is War. They dropped that after the bombings, didn't they? So
I know, but there's a lot of things that people dropped after the 9/11 bombings, but they brought them back. If you look at what everybody dropped after 9/11, and then look what's happened now, it'd be a different thing, right?
Sorry, go on.
If you put an Attitude Era Raw saying Raw is War or whatever it is, or a Ruthless Aggression Raw from 2002 with that Across the Nation music, anything like that. What's wrong with seeing? I mean, we saw these people come back. Yes, I'd love to have seen. Right, just off the top of my head, how would you have reacted if we'd have seen Sable on Monday night?
I wouldn't have cared.
Deborah. Lita.
Yeah.
Where was Trish Stratus? Right?
At home with her
Let's go
newborn.
through men. Right. Nation of Domination. If we'd have had that, instead of just Von Simmons coming up going, damn, had him come out doing the Nation of Domination. With
nothing wrong with a good old damn.
No, come on. Go with me here. If we'd have had him coming out being him, Godfather, right, for one night, have D'Lo Brown back, because he's not with TNA no more, right?
How bad did that look though? When the Godfather brought out all the legends, did that not make the legends all look like the Godfather's hose?
That was crazy. I mean, I'm sorry, but
bad.
you wanted all the divas to come out with a Godfather or something, but to bring out the legends, no.
The legends are his hose.
Right. Okay. Right.
Only explanation.
But what's wrong with if we could have had Brett and Jim the Anvil come out?
Yeah.
Heart Foundation. Have DX. That New Age Outlaws with Sean and Dink. Yeah, we don't get all these. That's just off the top of my head. There's thousands out there. There's all the other bits, the oddities.
Yeah.
Are there still some of them alive and some not? It'd have been great. Insane Clown Posse. Mean
What's
Street
that doing
Posse.
or that in like the Four Horsemen or something like that? Because Arn Anderson was there, so was Ric Flair, which we are going to get onto that point. You've made a really good point. But there were two of them there. Who else is it? Who else was... Please don't make Nixie squeak. She can't help it.
Have Kane come back.
Yeah.
As a 1999 Kane.
No,
But anything, the Brood. Have the Brood. You've got Edge. You've got Christian. You've got Gangrel. Get them.
Yeah. They could just come up in the flames, couldn't they?
Just think of all the people that you could have for an Attitude Era Raw that's not been involved on Raw for years. And the worst thing about Monday night, that fucking crowd. Jake the Snake Robert makes his first appearance in years, and you could see everybody under the age of 20, right? I'm saying he's 20 because Webby pulled me up on this on Monday night, right? Everybody under a certain age, I'll say that better, cover me backside.
No idea.
A certain age went, oh, look, that's the guy that's on the DDP yoga videos.
But they didn't know who he was.
No, everybody
It was the same with Too Cool. I was showing my brother this, and I said, look, all them people, I said, the kids haven't got a clue. I said, look. And it was, they didn't have a clue. And it was, I haven't seen Jake's matches because it's probably a lot before my time. And I probably should go back and do it. And I hold my hands and say, yes, I should, because I bet Mike has. And he's younger than me. But
was part of the most iconic moment in WWE history. Right? He was the opponent for Steve Austin when he rung the King of the Ring. And that's when Steve Austin thought of doing the Austin 316, said, I'll just whip your ass. He beat Jake the Snake at King of the Ring. And once good evening to Wrestle Ropes in our chat room. Well done, mate. Nice to see you again. Thank you. And it's.
He did win. I agree. You've got to say one thing about Jake, though. I mean, I thought he looked really good. On top of that, I thought he looked the best I've seen him, certainly in pictures on the internet. Dean Ambrose.
Right, I am going to get slated here. I'm going to get slated so bad for this. You know me, I tell the truth, no matter how bad it is, and I am going to be absolute slated by every single person in our chat room for this.
Yes.
Now, when I heard the music of Jake the Snake, I didn't know who it was. I'd forgot.
I didn't.
I'd completely forgot what Jake's music was. And then when he came out the curtain, then I knew who it was.
To be honest,
I apologize. I apologize to every single wrestling fan out there.
I went to bed. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. They forgive you.
No way.
They do. I went to bed, but when I got up in the morning, I saw on Facebook what had happened, and I just kind of went, nah. And I thought, well, if it's happening, and then I just completely forgot about it. I was sat on my floor, and then he comes out. I went, oh, and I couldn't believe it either. Is this a sign, though, of Hall of Fame?
Well, the rumors going on this week is the Ultimate Warrior has signed an agreement with the WWE now, so he's a bona fide straight on for the Hall of Fame if he has. Jake is you're fired. I told you they were going to remind me. Jake's
Lee James fired for spelling "you're" like that.
Right. There's 3 names that I can name off the top of my head that's going to go in the Hall of Fame this year, if everything that's said is true. 1, you've got Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
2, Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior.
So.
And 3, Jake the Snake.
Can't induct one without the other.
Yeah. I think I think at the end of the day, Jake came back and that crowd was dead. I mean, I think the person that was more excited to see Jake the Snake was Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose, bless him.
That fucking smile on his face.
Oh, you couldn't stop it. It was brilliant.
It was like, he was sat there, he was laid there going, I know I'm supposed to not move, but this man, he said it himself, this man is his hero. This is how he learned to do a promo. He was everything to him, and to him, it was a bit... Now, who said it? It's PG, Jake. It's PG. Because there's a bit of argument here. Some people say it's Road Dogg that said it, and some people say it's CM Punk. Who did you say it? Did you hear it?
Hear what? Sorry.
Did you hear that it's PG, Jake? It's PG.
No, I didn't. When did someone say that?
He was pointing Damien down at his balls at the crotch area, and you heard somebody say, it's PG, Jake, it's PG. Now, this is the thing. We don't know whether it was CM Punk, it was Billy Gunn, or Road Dogg. It was one of them 3 that said it. Now, who said it, we don't know.
I have to go back and have a look at that.
Yeah. Well, if you look on anybody else's since that night, it won't be there. They removed it. You have to watch the live version of it.
I'll have to watch the live version of it. It's a shame because we just bloody deleted that off our Skybox.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have a Skybox. We have TiVo. So you can, if you delete stuff, you can bring it back. There is arguments. They took a replay. It's the PG, yeah. But who knows what it said? I think it was Road Dogg. I'll have to listen back to it. I will.
If it was Punk, he was probably laughing with him because Punk is hardly PG himself at times.
Well, you name me anybody that's PG. We've had Brock Lesnar screaming like a girl on Raw for the last couple of weeks. I mean, what's going on with that? I mean, Brock Lesnar screaming like a girl.
As he don't know.
Right. And it's not very good, is it? 1 minute he's kicking the shit. He's breaking Mark Henry's elbow or dislocating it and stuff. And then he gets tossed around the ring by Big Show. And apparently that's happening now at Royal Rumble. Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. Wow, that's really an excuse to spend 15 quid. So There's an argument. It was Punk. It was Billy Gunn. It was Road Dogg. It was Punk. It was Punk. It was all this in our chat room. Thanks to everybody in our chat room, by the way. Nice filled up chat room as well. I've got to pay for the website next week, and it's a bit more expensive than I thought.
Have you?
Yeah, it's not $6.99. No. It's a lot more than $6.99. So, but you look at it now. It's getting that time. We know it's January. We know now that WrestleMania is less than 3 months away. We know there's people that's going to be going to WrestleMania that we know. I mean, Ollie from the Gorilla Report, he's going to WrestleMania. There's other people that are hoping to go to WrestleMania and having a great time. And I really hope it's going to be an amazing day. I think because it's WrestleMania 30, they're going to put all the stops out first.
Yeah.
Last year was
you would hope so.
Well, last year was like the stopgap. It was like, okay, 29, yeah. But when you looked at 19, when you look back at 19 and you had The Rock versus Austin, 3. You had Michaels, Jericho, and you had Brock versus Angle.
What? WrestleMania 20 or?
19.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then you had WrestleMania 20, which seemed even better than that. No, a lot more than $8.99 actually. Actually, it's about 40 quid. So there we go. 40 quid to do my website. Yeah, stop squealing. You'll deaf everybody.
Why is it that much?
I don't know. I've put extra pages on. So, I don't care. Yeah, extra pages that somebody still hasn't given me anything to put on.
Oh, shut up.
Yep. So, but it's my fault. It's my website. I can do what I want. If anybody wants to contribute to our websites, put it on. We'll have little sections just for you. What's the score in American football? I'm not making American football. It's one of them soft points. Anyway, it's now 10:45. We've got to talk about something else now. A quick change of scene. It's about America, but it's about a British lad. We've got to talk about the rise of Magnus.
Okay.
Now, Nick Adlers, for those who don't know, comes from
Oblivion!
Oh, what?
Oblivion!
Oh, shut the fuck up with the bleeding gladiators woman. For fuck's sake. You'll get, if anybody wants to be co-host for British Wrestling Radio, please get in contact because I'm getting fucking bleeding shit with this. Oh, she does my nutting. She really does. I'm kidding. It'll take me forever to change the names on the website, and I can't do that. I can't be asked to do that.
Oh, that's the only reason he's keeping me around, is it? Nice to know I'm appreciated, isn't it?
Well, that's all right because Pixie, because literally I only have to knock off the end, put a P in it, and yeah,
do an I instead of a Y at the end. Actually, so yeah, it's a little bit more work than you think.
Yeah, I know.
Don't get smart.
Yeah, I know. Everybody thinks we just turn up and we don't plan this, and they just turn up, talk on the radio for 2 hours, and that's it. Well, yeah, that's exactly what we do. But there
exactly what we do. It's better that way.
We're not the best ones in the world. We just try and make it the best fun we can. Nick's been doing this. He's been trained over here. He got trained by the Knight family up in Norwich. Nixy saying fancy trying out at TNA. Went from Brutus Magnus, the worst bloody character I've ever seen in TNA. What was he doing as that? And then all of a sudden the British invasion. We had Doug, we had Rob, we had all these great guys and involved with the British wrestling invasion. And we had all these great stuff. You were there now?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I mean, when did you first see Magnus?
TNA. But I kind of found out he was in Gladiators later on. And I haven't been able to stop calling him Oblivion since.
TNA, right? Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm not eating nuts. I've put a nut in my mouth and I can't eat it. Hold on. I've got to spit a nut out because I can't chew it. Oh, fuck's sake.
I need to chew it. I need to chew it.
I can't chew it. Because
Why can't you chew it?
I'm you talking, and then you say 3 words, and then you stop.
Don't say more. Well, there's something I do need to talk about, but unfortunately it crosses back over to the other American promotion, so I can't do that until later. But
No,
we will
carry on.
talk
We'll do
about
it
it
now.
because, all
No.
right.
We'll carry on with this TNA.
Yeah, we'll do that because no, Mike's on at me for it, and he's right. We've got to mention it.
Yeah.
So
We got Magnus in. Now,
did get Magnus in.
have you noticed since Hogan's gone?
It's improved.
It's improved a hell of a lot.
It's improved a hell of a lot. I said that from the start. I said they were going to kill it, and I was right.
Well, now that TNA's coming
I was exactly right.
Well, TNA's been filmed all the way through to Genesis.
That was 4 words.
Are you going to shut up when I'm speaking here? No, we used to be able to talk to each other now. We're just crossing over each other. What's going on
Sorry,
here?
it went quiet. I didn't know if...
Let's go kill BWR.
I didn't know you were talking.
Can anybody
hear
it
this? Went quiet for a minute. It went quiet for a minute. That was why I started talking, because I thought maybe you dropped or something.
Oh, shit.
No, I think we're fine. I think you might have just dropped for a second.
Are we all right?
Oh, so I'm getting messaged. We're offline.
Right. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking Justin, we're going to go Ustream.
He's sorting it out. There she was, just a croaking down the street, singing croak, a croak, a croak, a croak, croak, a croak. Sounding like hell, and a froggy rogue or two, singing croaky, 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 croak, croaky, croak. She croaked hard hell. Ooh, I've always wanted one of those. We hate Justin TV. I need to hold my voice better. We'll get through the next hour. Are we back on? Am I squeaking well enough? Am I squeaking well enough? Someone tell me if I sound good enough. Well, I don't sound good enough. I sound like hell, but you know. I need to cough again. Dean!
Nixy.
Hi.
Hiya. Right.
What's going on in Block Capital? They can hear me, it's fine. I sound like hell, but they can hear me, so it's cool. Carry on.
Right. Are you finished now?
Yeah.
Right. There's a thing going on at the moment, and Nixy and Winters and everybody else can back me up on this one. There's a thing with Justin TV at this moment. It's cutting every show that broadcasts on it out. It's not taking long, and it's cutting them out, everything. And they've done this big update, and it's wiping out everybody's time on the stations, and it's just sending it all crazy and Dude Ladley and stuff. So I apologize for that one. I'm sorry about that. It just absolutely. So, what can we do? I'm going to go Ustream. I'm going to put the Ustream thing on here next week, so we're not going to have Justin anymore. We're going to go with Ustream, I think, and do it through that. But it's, I think with Magnus, we'll start again with Magnus, okay?
We'll start.
Magnus is, he's one of these guys that's put up with a lot throughout his TNA career. I mean, they've never trusted him with anything, really. I mean, even when he's been with the tag champions or he's been part of Main Event Mafia, he always seemed to be in the background because he had Sting and he had Kurt and Samoa Joe. And you had all these other guys there that was always seemed to be in front of, even when he was part of World Elite, he was part of all these great groups and everything. And now it just seems like, okay, tell you what, Magnus, here's the belt. Go with it. There you go. Let's see what you can do. And now he's got Rockstar Spud there. It's the chat delay's about 30 seconds. All cut. And I think about Google Hangouts and stuff. Google Hangouts. I might do that. Might see if we can go with that.
Google Hangout.
Yeah. See if we can go with that. We got this I think with Magnus, well, all the TNA stuff that's been happening, we'll always cheer for him because he's our boy. He's
He
like,
is.
it's the TNA version of the Bulldog when you look at it.
Yeah, a little bit. Be a bit like Wade Barrett if they push him properly and use him properly.
Don't even start me on Wade
Yeah.
Barrett. Don't even get us going on Wade. I think if we put, I mean, you've got Rockstar Spud as chief of staff, and he's playing his role
He is.
brilliant.
He's quite
He's
funny.
brilliant. He's got everybody hating that guy, and Rockstar Spud's got this gift. And if you've seen Rockstar Spud live at a show in one of his shows he used to do over here before he went to the USA, you know that when you see Rockstar Spud live, you know you're there to hate him, and you can hate him. Oh, I saw him a few times at Southside shows. That was when I was starting watching British wrestling again, and every time I saw him, amazing guy. And outside of the ring, one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. I think I told you when we did the Huntington show in December
The
2012.
website thing.
And
I haven't heard of that one.
what?
No, you told him about the certain website we all use. And he was like, I haven't heard of that one. I have to get on that one.
Yeah, but I think Rockstar Spud out the ring was one of the nicest things I've ever met in my life because walking in at Huntington, and I was just putting the chairs out, and he came through the hall, and he stopped, and he says, "Hello, I'm James. Nice to meet you." And I went, "Oh, I know who you are. Oh shit, Rockstar Spud's in front of me." Dale Harvey, Harvey Dale.
Mark.
Yeah, name dropping here.
Harvey.
No, I mean, I'm gonna. I think, and he just says, hey, Spud, you better keep an eye on him. He's a good lad." And I went, "Hey, what? Me? Fuck that." Ended up chatting about 5-10 minutes with a guy about Bound for Glory and stuff. If you ever get a chance to chat to Spud, do it. He's an absolute gentleman. He knows what he's on about, and he'll have time for anyone. He doesn't care if you're 5 years old or 55 years old. He will chat and talk to you because he's one of these guys that you can talk to him about anything. And he's a real cool kid, and love him to bits. And see him doing so well in TNA as chief of staff just makes me better. WWE had John Laurinaitis. TNA's got Spud. So, but Magnus, you think Magnus is how do you think he's going to keep the belt? Do you think he's going to be a long-time holder?
I'd like to see him being. Can I ask you one question though? Do you think that Rockstar Spud was make as much appearances on like British Wrestling Roundup and on Wrestle Talk if he wasn't with TNA? Do you reckon they'd even know who he was, or care for that matter?
I think they'd have shown him. It didn't matter because Rockstar Spud's wrestling abilities spoke for himself. He did the Canadian Destroyer move in front of me at Huntington and Robbie X. He wrestled Robbie X. These matches, it's like El Ligero, right? People in America wouldn't know who El Ligero is, right? But we all know who he is, and we've seen all these matches. You put an hour of El Ligero anywhere, and I guarantee everybody will be booking him in America for years.
I'd like to think that. They'd like him to.
But at the end of the day, you look at all the other things that's happening, and it's nice to see a British guy be the world champion in a major company. Now, that's no disrespect to Nigel McGuinness or Gary Steele, who owned the NWA, and Nigel, the Ring of Honor belt. But it's the first time we've had somebody that's like on it's like on a major TV channel over here that we can get behind and say, that's our boy. And now they've signed a new multi-year deal with Challenge. TNA is going to be staying on Challenge TV for the foreseeable future. Yes, Pixie, I will. Definitely. I think the one thing that gets me is on last Thursday's show, or tonight's show actually, there was a promo by Bully Ray and Mr. Anderson, and I was blown away by this promo. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but mainly because you've been listening to us for the last hour. But if anyone's actually seen this promo between Bully Ray and Anderson, my God, these two guys can do it brilliantly. Dave can do without. Um, it's well. Here's a question for you, Nick.
Hello.
You've seen your wrestling shows now, right?
I've had a couple, yes.
If you had to put 5 wrestlers that you saw into a TNA British boot camp now, and say these 5 are going to go to TNA for 6 months, and then they're going to decide who gets a contract, which 5 would you put him?
Barricade.
You've seen him for 10 minutes.
I know, but I
5
love
minutes.
him. I love him. Sticks, Barricade. Who else have I seen? Chris Travis. Who else have I seen? Max Angelus. Possibly the Predators. Mainly because I want to see him in spandex suits that actually fit right.
So you wouldn't put Kirby or El Ligero?
I did say Martin Kirby. No, I didn't. I said Chris Travis. No, you're making me pick people.
That's the reason. You have 5.
I know, but they're the first lot I come to. El Ligero, yeah, I suppose El Ligero could go and get the instead of the Predators, but I really, really, really want to see the Predators
Right.
probably fitting outfits.
Let's go through your
Much
5.
as I like them.
Right, let's go through your 5.
I'm about to get slated. Barricade is cool, all right?
Hold on. Right, Barricade.
That's why I love Barricade Shade. My type of person.
House of Pain guy, House of Pain Evolution guy, House of Pain Wrestling. Huge. Absolutely huge.
He is.
We know this.
You know my reaction back in the summer.
Yeah. Amazing guy. Amazing mover and stuff. And Robert Shade in our chat room, he goes on about him. Great. Robert Shade with Lockup Wrestling, one of our affiliates, as well as Wrestle Ropes is in our chat room, the affiliates, as well as BritWrest Chat, another one of our affiliates, as well as Ringside World, another one of the affiliates. We've got 4 affiliates that we have to keep mentioning. So I think, anyway, I'd mention them to the cows come home. I love these guys with my heart and my soul. I've got to give a special shout out now to Robert Shade, and I'm going to embarrass him. I was really down just before New Year. I was really down in the dumps, and I think it was a case of pre-Christmas blues, as people suffer from. I don't know exactly what it was, but I was willing to walk away from everything. I just didn't give a shit. I was like, what the fuck am I doing this? Nobody gives a shit about this. Nobody gives a... But I was one of them. It was one of them days where really, really down in the dumps. And there were 2 people I kept chatting to. One was Robert Shade and one was Sharman Morris, better known as Sharman. Mucky Morris from the BritWrest Chat. And if it wasn't for these 2 people, this show wouldn't be happening tonight. I swear, God, I swear now. This show would not be happening tonight. I swear to God. That was my mind, and my mind was made up. They talked to me for about an hour and a half, 2 hours on Facebook, and they just kept me going and stuff, and said what exactly is wrong and everything like that. And I love them guys forever. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening and just watching me typing absolutely crap on her. It wasn't even in the daytime, Nick. This was after midnight.
Gold.
So I was really, really down in the dumps. And I think it's... am I an emo? Am I?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know what, me and Ross were talking the other night, and you need to remember what I told you at the very, very start. If Cena listened to everyone who said he sucked, how long ago would he have finished what he was doing? If we listened to everyone who told us we were shit.
Yeah, but that's it. It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Yeah, but you've always got to remember that no matter what you think or anything that goes wrong, you've always got to remember that. I think that's a brilliant analogy to anything.
Yeah. I think it wasn't on that was the thing. It was nothing to do. Nobody had slated us off. That was it. Nobody had slated us. Nobody had done anything wrong. Nobody had told me I was shit. Nobody had told me I sucked. Nobody had said nothing. But for some stupid reason, I was still down in the dumps. I was still miserable. I was low as I could be. Now, don't know why. Don't know what happened, but it will never happen again. I can't say. I can't exactly see what I'm going to be like tomorrow, but who knows? You just wake up on another day. We're giving that to anyway.
Ross thinks I sound like the Chipmunks.
Well, you do when you started squealing after bleeding Kane in the suit. For Christ's sake. Mr. Bleeding Jacobs.
Shut up.
No, it's Mr. Jacobs.
I have seen her in a good light sometimes, Mike. He's big slaying.
Telling you, it's Mr. Jacobs. It's not Kane no more.
His pig's flying because I used Cena in a good light. It's not a good light. We still think he sucks.
Why does he suck?
Because he's shit.
Why is he shit?
We're not talking about this now. We
No.
did this before. We've done this.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I told you that. So, well, Hogan was the worst wrestler. For the wrestling wise, Hogan was shit. But look
He
what he did.
was. The Rock wasn't the best wrestler either, was he? And nor was Steve Austin. I've got to just defend those three right now. They're not the best wrestlers. None of them are the best wrestlers. They're very, very basic. I don't like The Rock at all, to be quite frank with you.
Oh. Why don't you like The Rock?
I never took to him, even when I was.
What do you think? What do you think about The Rock then?
I don't think very much.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Shut the fuck up. I knew that was coming. I walked right into that. Seriously, big
straight
time.
into that one straight away.
I did. I need more drink.
Yeah. Anyway, we've covered all that.
2 words.
Right.
Lost is 2 words.
Yeah, I've got 2 words for thee. You're fired.
I'm telling Pixie off.
Yeah.
Hey, on that screen right now.
Wednesday night, about 1:30 in the morning. Well, Thursday morning, there was an announcement come from Vince himself. Remember?
Yep.
Are you gonna buy it?
What, the WWE Network?
Yes.
Can we get it over here then?
Yeah. 5 minutes. After the WWE Network, we'll get you on picks. I've got
to mention one thing. If we're going back to WWE, I've got to mention one thing to do with that as well after we've done this.
Go on.
No, do the network first, and then we'll travel on to it.
Right. They announced this WWE Network, which is coming from America. And in America, it's going to be $9.99.
Yeah.
Right. So
Can we get it over here then?
So, no. It's not going to be out here till the end of the year.
Well, if we've still got Sky at this time and it's going to be like 19 quid, then it's going to be like a tenner, then yeah, I'd think about asking my brother to add it to our package.
Yeah, but it's not going to be... It's going to be available on Sports. Next, come on now.
No, my brother's like saying something, and he said, well, I'm just wondering who you had 2 words for, or 2 words when I meant a lot is 2 words. He's got that totally wrong, but never mind. Anyway, carry on. Sorry. Yeah, you're getting annoyed with me now, aren't you?
No.
You're such a bad liar.
If we did the WWE Network over here, on, say it comes out over here at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We pay £15 per pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
WrestleMania is 18 quid for the pay-per-view.
Now,
they've said if you sign up for the non-WWE Network, it's $9.99 a month.
And you get everything.
Nah, but you've got to sign up for 6 months.
A minimum 6 months.
Yeah, minimum. So you've got $60 to pay out at the start, right? And then you get every pay-per-view that WWE, WWF, WCW, and ECW have done since 1985. And you've got Raws, SmackDowns, all these extras and everything at your disposal. Very simply, it's Netflix for wrestling, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the problem they've got is already DirecTV in America are pulling the plug on their pay-per-view. I think WWE have killed the pay-per-view industry in America. Because now they've shown a way where if organizations have got the know-how and the backing to do this, what's to stop organizations like UFC, the NFL, if David did pay-per-views or stuff like that, all these things that boxing and all these things that do pay-per-views, what's to stop certain channels like saying TNA or UFC saying UFC Network, you pay this much a month and then you get to see everything, and that includes all the pay-per-views, which is what the WWE have said.
See, the thing is, you could go and use that for all, like, can you get all the SmackDown and Raws on it as well? That's the question, or is it just
This is it.
pay-per-views?
If you can, that's
If
going
you
to be.
can,
That'll be
that-
perfect for you.
it'd kill Harvey Dale's business, though.
If you, well, no, not really.
Oh, a little bit.
No, he doesn't. I mean, we can't sell about Dale because all
No,
it
we
does is
can't.
business. But
We love you, Harvey. We do.
But at the end of the day, the WWE Network, I think it's a cracking idea. What they've done, they've gone over the top with it. And there's going to be nothing's off limits, and you're going to see all the stuff. But we've got to wait till the end of the year at the latest to see it. So we're looking at WrestleMania 30 for it to be released in the UK. No, sorry, WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, but if I have to go from, say, December to about June and pay 10 quid a month for it,
Yeah.
and get WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, you
Look
know,
what you get. If you pay for it from January to June, right? The pay-per-views you'd get Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, Extreme Rules. Is it Judgment Day in May?
no, it's something else. They don't do Judgment Day anymore.
Well, it used to be Judgment Day.
Yeah, but we associate it as Judgment Day.
And then you got the June one as well.
Yeah.
So you get damn first six, and then you've got the second half of the year. You got SummerSlam, Survivor Series. You got Hell in a Cell, TLC. Unforgiven, isn't it? It's Unforgiven now in May.
Is it?
Unforgiven, I think, something like that. But there's 12 pay-per-views that's included in the price for the 6 months, and well, for $9.99 every month, you get the 12 pay-per-views a year. Okay. So I think Vince has got his head screwed on. He's done it again. He's got everybody talking about WWE again. And I mean, if you'd get it though, wouldn't you? I think you've just said it yourself. It's like they're pulling all the stuff off Netflix. They're pulling all the DVDs and everything off Netflix now. That's going. I've noticed that all the WWE content of Netflix is going. So there's no WWE content going to be on Netflix in a few weeks because of the network being launched on the 24th of February. I think if we can get somebody in America that's actually going to subscribe to this from February, and then get them on the show to see what their take is on it, then we're going to be fine.
Brian Ennis going to have it, do you think? Is Rygal going to have it?
Who will?
Do you reckon Ryan might get it?
I think there's quite a few of my friends might have it, yes. I think they do. Because $10 a month for that, but it's like we said, you've got to pay for 6 months at the start. So that's 60. And I think they should have, like, if you sign up, you have like 2 weeks free. Then you have to pay for everything else. Get a week's trial.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Get a week's trial and then bang, see how you go.
I like the idea of it. I'm quite up. You know, I'd be quite up for it if my brother had it if it come on to us.
But if you had to go, I mean, one of the things that people have problem with it because you'll be streaming live pay-per-views. What if your stream fucks up? Can you go back and get it? If you're watching WrestleMania live and you're watching the main event and all of a sudden, boom, it cuts out. And you've paid all that money and you've paid out to watch the pay-per-view and it cut out on you. Then...
Well, yeah, but if we're watching it on TV, it wouldn't crash out on us, would it?
Yeah. 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 Oh, True Yorkie Puds has put a good comment on. He says, yeah, but when it costs us $50 plus for one pay-per-view in the first place, yeah, they'll snap their hands off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look how much, I think WrestleMania in America costs something like $55.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of dollars over
very
there.
Expensive. And UFC's expensive in America as well. Well, I think over here we're blessed at the moment because we've got that WWE app. That wrestling TV app that's on all Android phones at the moment. You've got TNA Challenge. You've got WWE Sky. You've got Brit Rest Roundup on Challenge. You've got Wrestle Talk TV on Challenge. If you've got Movies for Men, I don't know if they're still doing the old school wrestling. The old school wrestling World of Sport.
No, we know what is on Movies for Men.
Movies. I think it's Movies and Men. I think it's one of them. Men and
Yeah,
Movies. Or
Men and
something.
Motors. I remember it was one.
My channel used to have. I mean, my channel used to have wrestling. I don't know if they still do because I don't get it no more with Virgin. Um, they used to have UK wrestling, but if you caught a new episode of that, you'd perform the eighth wonder of the world. Uh, they had ICW on it a couple of years ago, and then the famous thing that happened with ICW, and for no fault of ICW, it was total my channel's fault, that one. Total fuck up on their part. And so, but anyway, announcement time. Next Friday night will be Bulldog Wrestling Radio.
Yay!
Because Nixy won't be here.
Why won't I?
You're sacked. No, I'm joking.
Well, I've got no voice by Friday. If I've got no voice on Friday, I won't be here.
Right.
I'll be fine.
So, next Friday, we're going to put the advertisements out. If you want to come on and talk about the British Bulldog, then that's the night to do it. It's one of the things, because we know for the fact now that with Raw's going to be doing all the Royal Rumbles and everything like Raw's going to be doing the inductions to the Hall of Fames and stuff. I think it's going to be one of them nights that it's just another way of getting all these people that's supposed to like the Bulldog. If I get one person on this show, I'm going to look the biggest dick in the world. You realise this, Nix? Because I ain't talking about Davey for 2 hours. No chance. Do you want to do that Royal Rumble thing, what we did last year again?
You said we weren't going to do that again.
Did I?
I'll do it again. I'm happy to do it.
If for those who don't know, we actually went on live.
A live reaction, yeah.
A live reaction for the Royal Rumble. But the problem was, we had a big problem. We was on a 10-second delay. Nixie was watching it on a computer, and I was watching it
on
live
a totally
on the
legal
TV.
Stream.
What?
On a totally legal stream.
Yeah, totally legal stream. A totally legal stream. Yeah, absolutely total. Nothing wrong with that. It's it was one of them things where we called the Royal Rumble match, but the problem is Nixie was 10 seconds behind me, and every time somebody came out, Chris Jericho was number 2. I went, oh my fucking god, and Nixie, you was going, what? What's happened? What? And then Nixie saw it. So you got 10 seconds of me marking out, then you got 10 seconds of Nixie marking out, and then you got we're trying to call the match. It was impossible. So it was one of them nights where everything just went. I don't know if we could do it. I really don't, but you never know.
I think it was because you were on a TV and I wasn't.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing. But
that kind of made it more fun, though, I thought.
I think that one of the best ones I got is when Godfather came out, and I was like, "Oh my fucking good God! Whoa!" No, that was great stuff. But what's your take on the Rumble? Did you get your heart going and thing like that?
They always seem to pull a Rumble out.
Yeah.
Very, very well. There's always something about it. The way that they do it, it's always really entertaining. Even though it's nowhere near as good as like some of the ones we've had in the past, they always seem to pull it out somehow. Talking
of Rumbles, 24th of January in Leicester Championship Wrestling have got their annual Rumble. They've also got their LCW Roses promotion doing their debut show as well, their Rumble as well. So you got the females, you got the LCW females division, and then you've got the LCW male division. You've also got an amazing 4-way matchup, tag team matchup. You've got an amazing main event with LJ Heaven being the champion again. You've got LJ Heaven as the champion. You've got the Hunter Brothers as the tag champions. And all this is happening at LCW on the 24th of January. 24th of January this year. And then on the 26th of January, you've got ICW. I'm thinking, why am I? Oh no, I've got to get out. I've got to... Oh, bullshit here. Oh, let me back in. There we go. No, back in. Right. Now, somebody else wants to come on this show. Where's she gone? Nixie, you've gone. Nixy, are you there? Anyone hear us? Hold on a minute, something's gone off here.
No.
You there, back? You back?
Yeah,
now?
I'll sort it. Yeah.
Did you get him? Did you give me a message?
I'll sort it. I'm good.
Right, go on. We'll get Pixie in here. Yeah, and we'll get our resident ICW person in here if she's about. Pixie,
Hi guys.
hello. How you been?
I'm good, yeah. I'm not a cripple anymore. That's always good.
That's best news I've had this year.
Well,
Oh,
I'm still kind of crippled, but I can walk now at least.
Yeah. Yeah, Pixie's a YouTube sensation. She's on the ICW videos. You can see her a mile away. She's great.
See that there's people who would like really find that unbelievable when because I'm only 4'11".
But you always get to the front. You always get there.
Damn right. I have my spot and people know to shift.
All right, so come on then. What's your big news?
Well, people on Facebook probably already know it, and people may have read the article that I contributed to on Wrestle Ropes yesterday. But on the 26th of January, there's a huge return and huge match being announced, which will see Fergal Devitt take on Jack Jester for the ICW Heavyweight Championship. I cannot wait.
It's only a couple of weeks away, isn't it, now?
Really?
That's going to be a cracking
it's 2
night.
weeks today.
Yeah.
I'm fit to burst. And Joe Coffey, James Scott are having a 30-minute Iron Man match, which is also awesome.
Yeah.
And then you've obviously got like the Square Go and like, oh, it's going to be amazing. But that's not the best news.
No. Go on.
I was excited. About still smoking in March.
I dropped a cup
I
of
was
coffee.
going mental. Huh?
For those who don't know, I dropped a cup of coffee when I saw this news, and I'm not kidding. I've smashed the coffee cup, and I just saw it.
Some excitement here. This is terrible. Right,
yeah. Well, I'll let Pixie say it because it's Pixie's babies and it's their promotion.
They're my boys.
But this news is the best news.
I was excited about that.
Yeah. This is the best news for every English wrestling fan. Just wanted to see.
Stop it!
Oh, go on then. Let drum roll,
Right.
please. There you go, Pixie. All yours.
On the 4th of May this year, it would become apparent that nowhere's safe as ICW take to the capital of the UK and take over London for one night only.
And May the 4th is the day before my birthday. And I'm going to be there. Yes! And I cannot wait.
I think there's only 400 tickets available and priority tickets go on sale on the 20th. And from what I've seen on Facebook today, since it got announced at 12 o'clock today or something like that, there's not going to be many left for the actual people who.
It looks like I'm gonna be skint this month. It really does. I've got so much to pay out, and now it's even happening even more. But I don't care because ICW, I'm going.
As soon as it was announced, I basically got messages from everyone, basically making sure I was going, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I actually got to the point I was copying and pasting the one message of, dude, it's ICW.
So at the O2 Academy in Islington, May the 4th, ICW take over the capital city of London. I just think that's.
I can't wait, and it's going to be amazing because from what we've heard, they've done it in every city. Well, they've not done the Edinburgh one yet, but they've done it in every city they've taken over. They've done a street fight.
Do you know what the first thing I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be checking to see if there's any supermarkets nearby. Because if
you don't need a supermarket.
Oh no, just anything.
I think it's the first Glasgow street fight. They were throwing each other into buses. They were throwing each other off the walls of cinemas.
Yeah, Webby's just said there's a good pub next to it.
I'm so excited, by the way. It's like I usually get excited when there's a couple of weeks to go to ICW. And most of my friends will tell you they can't shut me up. But It's like it's like 3 months away or 4 months away or fucking however long away it is, and
Wrestle,
I'm actually buzzing. I can't wait.
Wrestle Ropes have just put in our chat room. Tickets are on sale on January 25, 22 for O2 priority customers
It's
and
the
January
20th for
24
O2
for
priority
general
customers and
use.
20. I thought it was
Nixie,
the 20th.
yeah, Nixie, you're up for this, aren't you?
If I can get a shift swap from work, then yeah, I'll go. But I've got obviously got my holiday around that time, so
Oh yeah, of course.
no, it's the
'Cause
21st. But if they'll shift swap me, I'll go.
Right.
everyone was thinking, oh, it's gonna be like somewhere else in Scotland, because all they put was like a city that was like that they hadn't been to before, and
Well, big up
I'm
to.
so excited.
Well, congratulations to Mark Dallas and everybody involved with Insane Championship Wrestling.
Oh, and I'm gonna do this while I'm on, in case I don't get a chance to speak to you before it airs.
Go on.
On behalf of Davy Blaze, tune in to Take Me Out on the 22nd of February.
David Blaze is on.
I'm saying nothing.
Oh my God, we got to wrestle and take me out. We had Marty Skrull on. Marty Skrull was on about 18 months ago. Remember that?
There was another wrestler on. I can't actually remember off the top of my head who it was, but there was someone else on, and
Yeah.
it was disgusting. But Blaze is on there, and you know the bit where they show you like basically, oh, these are my friends and all this. I don't watch it. It's a lot of shit. But apparently the ICW ring is heavily featured in that part.
Nick in our chat room says it's okay to breathe, occasionally. You can breathe. Excellent. And superb. And what can I say? It's going to be an amazing night. There's loads of people I've talked to who said we're going. So I think it's a case of I'm going to get a ticket, and then Nixie, if you can sort yourself with your ticket, love, and then, or do you want me to get yours?
I need to see if I can swap that day first.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll get my ticket this week, and then if anybody wants to go, fingers crossed, we'll have a new T-shirt by then. We'll have a new
Are you coming? You still going to Still Smoking, Dino?
I don't know yet. I've got so much with March. I've got to be a best man at a wedding. I've just had a best man thumped at me at a wedding. I've got to be best man at a wedding now. March, every month, every weekend in March, I've got something planned. So I'm planning to take every weekend off, and I've asked for the requests. If I've got my holiday requests in, I'm coming to Scotland on 30th. I'm coming. I'm stopping over, and I'm coming. But see how we go. We'll see how we go.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be messy.
Right. Well, thanks for coming on, Nip Pixie. Thank you very much for your excitement.
No.
And it's nice to talk to you without sounding like a Dalek. It's great.
Yeah, it is actually.
We fixed it. We finally fixed my computer. Yes! We're back. Anyway, you take care of yourself, Pixie, all right?
You too. Speak to you soon, guys. Bye.
And British Wrestling's biggest markout fan goes to... She went mental.
Just a bit.
But come on, it's big news for her. It's big news for everybody that's connected with wrestling. They wanted to see ICW. It's going to be a cracking night. And I think we'd all be the same if somebody if our favourite promotion was going somewhere that we've never been, and it's a chance to go to that city, we'd go. And should have seen me Saturday. All I can say is my mark out was yesterday, when Sheffield Wednesday beat Leeds United 6-0. That's all I'm saying, because if you'd have seen my wife, she's got a video of me celebrating it and everything, and if I see that on Facebook, I'll kill her. I swear to God. That's all I'm going to say on that score. But that was Pixie from ICW about the big announcement on the 4th of May at the O2 Academy in Islington. They are taking over London. I cannot wait. I'm going to go. And this is the thing. I think, and I don't know Nixie, but I think you've got to agree with me on this one. We've got the most passionate fans going.
I think we have, yes.
There's no one to beat us for passion. There's no one. May not be the biggest audience. May not be the best podcast, best wrestling show out there. But my God, have we got the fucking most passionate fans in the world. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've got the passionate fans of all time. Passion is our British wrestling passion. There you go. Instead of British Wrestling Radio. Yeah, Pixie did a great one. Yep, there you go. Previews for all upcoming RCW shows will be available on wrestleropes.wordpress.com, and then also for latest interviews from Robert Shade, Nick Mason, Rob Maltman, and all the other guys at Lock Up Wrestling. Lock Up Wrestling at lockupwrestling.wordpress.com. There you go. And don't forget the BritWrest blog guys who've just done a great article and a great thing on New Japan Wrestling. And there was Wrestle Kingdom was on last week. That's been all over the place. We've also got the British Bulldog promotion at change.org, the British Bulldog for the Hall of Fame. Also, that is everything. But conspicuous by his absence, Sweet Shin Music in our chat room tonight, and I wonder why.
I do wonder why.
Yeah. I wonder why he wasn't in. It's because Dirty Leeds got their arse kicked by Sheffield Wednesday. Did you hear? Sheffield Wednesday won 6-0.
Oh, shut up.
You should have seen Chris Travis. He was going mental on Twitter. It was hilarious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right.
This is going to be it for the rest of the year, isn't it?
I don't give a shit. You, Pixie, you was... Oh, dear. Anyway.
I've got two things to point out from Mike, all right?
Go on.
First one is to do with the WWE Network, and I've got to do it before I forget.
Right.
He said to me on Facebook that WWE and Sky's contract ends in October 2014. That's a bit of an odd coincidence, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Bit of an odd coincidence.
Mm.
That'll get you thinking. So very well it could be that their first pay-per-view might be something like Survivor Series or something like that.
That's interesting.
And that's one of the big ones, isn't it? I mean, that seems one of the being the big four. You got Mania, Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. That's the... No, I'm not. I haven't got a rant coming.
Yeah. She hasn't got a voice. How can she do a rant?
I can't. I haven't got much of a voice at all. I've literally got a bottle of flat Dr. Pepper next to me, and that's keeping me going.
She shouldn't be on the show tonight. She really shouldn't. I told her not to.
I'm fine.
All right.
I've got a voice. I can talk. It's just not very good.
You're the voice. Try and understand it.
The second bit, which he made a point of, how fair is it that Ric Flair is invited back to be on Old School Raw, but JR isn't, when Ric Flair is the reason that JR got fired from the company?
I don't really know. It's a different, isn't it? It's Ric Flair and everything about that. It's just a name, innit? It's just they're just putting back in. Everybody will go woo, and that's it. Would have been nice for JR. Apparently, JR's been asked to go back to do some things for the upcoming Paul Heyman DVD. He's going to be doing some things like, because he introduced him, and he was his partner for so many. He taught him some stuff, some things. Sorry, I said stuff again.
Flair did look drunk on Raw. I have to agree with that. I thought he'd come out and looked. I mean, on top of the fact that he looks way older than he is, I thought he'd come out and didn't look altogether there. I just kind of looked at him and went, "What's going on?" I wasn't happy with the way that he came out whatsoever. I've got to be honest. Yeah,
I've just put a question thread in our thing now for the next half hour. If anybody wants to ring up and chat to us, that's great. If you wanna ask us a question, the question thread has just gone in our chat in our webpage, facebook.com/BWRradio.com. BWR Radio, not BWRradio.com. I'm all over the place. Really sorry tonight, guys. It's just seen first one back after a couple of weeks, and it feels a bit. Yeah. So sorry, guys. Trying my best. So we'll get that going. Right. Your predictions for this year. What do you reckon? WWE wise, what's your predictions for this year?
AJ Lee holds the women's title for at least a year, for at least a straight year. Now you know that's not going to happen. Oh, I do. Every time it comes to a pay-per-view, we all sit there and go, "Oh, she's dropping it, she's dropping it, she's dropping it." She never does.
Brittany's going to take it over at WrestleMania.
Yeah, if she's actually in it, then.
You think she'll be off it till WrestleMania? No way.
I don't know. They say that she's got an injury, but they won't say what her injury is.
Right. So your prediction is that AJ, who is bringing it now, is
Shut
going to
up.
hold the belt for the entire length of this year.
I don't know. I said I think she'll get to 365 days, but who else do they want to give it to at the minute, really?
Natalia.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, Natalia isn't nearly as popular as AJ.
So you're telling me that Bella's were, and they'll put it on Bella?
No, I don't think they want to take it off her because she's too successful with the crowd.
Nah, I think they'll put it on somebody. Might even be JoJo.
Nah, I don't think they'll do that.
You wait. You never know. Right. Who do you reckon is going to be a new anybody of the roster that's going to step up to the main event side of things this year?
I'd actually like to see Dean Ambrose. I know it's a bit early for him, but I find him really infectious on top of the fact that I think he just deserves it for smiling away at Raw. But I'd really like to see him step up. I would. I can't deny it.
So you wouldn't like to...
That's one name that comes to mind. There are others, of course, but he just literally comes to mind because I just want to see what he can do. And, you know, there's other people like Dolph that have kind of been on his own. We've only ever seen Dean within a group. We haven't seen him on his own, out on his own. He could be completely different.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm kind of perceiving it. There are loads of others, of course. I do think Seth Rollins is going to get left behind a little bit, though, I've got to be honest. But
So what do you think, Roman Reigns? I've got my predictions, and it's going to piss you off. It's going to piss you off big. I've got a prediction that's going to happen at the Royal Rumble.
I don't want to know. If it's going to spoil it, I don't want to know.
Roman Reigns will break Kane's record in the Royal Rumble. Stop squealing. Stop squealing. Stop squealing. You ain't got a voice to squeal. It just seems that way. I think they're bigging it up. They're bigging it up for it. I
They
think
might be.
Roman Reigns is going to break Kane. What's Kane's record?
Oh, it's like...
Is it 11?
Figures. It's 11 or something like that, yeah.
Mm.
You know, I'm going to go back and watch Rumble 2001 now. Oh, I love that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Happy memories.
Right. 2014 is going to be the rise of Roman Reigns for me. You're going to see... honest to God, if it's a cast on cert, Roman Reigns is going to be pushed into the main event. You see the end of the Shield.
Oh, that's coming, undoubtedly.
Right.
Where are the Wyatts going?
We've got to talk about them, haven't we? We had Daniel Bryan joined them since we was off, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So Bray Wyatt.
Do you reckon it's a work? I know this sounds daft, but I think he's working. I think he's playing them off. He's joined them. Thinks he's going to gain their confidence. Then he's going to kick him in the balls.
I think that too. I think that's where it's going. But I also think if it doesn't work out that way, I think it's because Vince hates the fact that Bryan is much more popular than Cena. Yeah. You've never heard a crowd reaction for Daniel Bryan. Cena's never got a crowd reaction like that.
I think WWE this year they're going to keep doing the PG thing. That's it's too successful for them. There's no point beating yourselves up saying, "Oh, this is going to happen." It's not. It's what Vince likes. It's successful for them. They've got all the kids going. It's all the kids that went in '93 that grew up into the Attitude Era. It's been PG now for so long that they're going to stay there, and it's going to happen. So, I think this year is going to be awesome for that. TNA wise, do you think TNA is going to be here in 12 months?
I'd like it to. I think they've got a better chance of more success now that there's no...
Well, if the rumours are true that because WWE have now dropped Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards saying they're not going to sign them...
Do you think they're going to take them?
Oh, they'd be fool not to. You can ask anyone in our chat room now. If you was in charge of TNA wrestling, would you sign the American Wolves? Easily. I don't care a monkey what anyone says. It's to have Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards in your company. Oh, Richards and Edwards together, or Richards and Edwards as opponents or in things. Put them in TNA. If Dixie wants to rebuild TNA, as she said she's doing, and she's on the lookout for new talent, as she's saying, you got to start with Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. You have to. There's no other way around it. Yeah. I think Nick Mason would be a perfect person for TNA. They need a referee. Mate. He'll kill me for that. There's no chance of Davey Richards. Ribber's just said it. There's no chance of Davey Richards going back to the Ring of Honor. He's burnt his bridges with that big style. We know that's happened. And they've gone. They've just got to go. And I think TNA is the only place he can go. But it depends if they can come to an agreement. I don't think AJ. You might see AJ Styles back, but he's doing Ring of Honor now. So, and Chris Hero's gone back to Ring of Honor. So all these people that were saying, "Oh, it was a work," that Chris Hero's now going back to the WWE, kiss my ass. I fucking told you it wasn't a work. He's in Ring of Honor again. I'm scared, Nick. Please leave me alone. I know you're a wrestler. Please leave me. I've only done 3 minutes. You've done it a lot longer. End of the day, 2014 in America, it's got me intrigued because of what's happening. I want TNA to be there, but I want Ring of Honor to step up, because while ever TNA is down the background, Ring of Honor needs to step up, find a decent internet provider to do their pay-per-views with. He finds a decent TV company that's going to show their shows worldwide, so we can watch them on a mainstream channel over here instead of having to find them on the internet. Ring of Honor, if my prediction last year, I said last year that British wrestling would be on the TV by the end of 2013. I got it. 2014, Ring of Honor on a British wrestling on a British TV channel. So
I'd like that.
On the end of 2014, like Ring of Honor. Now, British wise, how do you see that going?
Where do you see it going?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, Preston City Wrestling have just announced an on-demand service with their shows.
Yeah,
so
I do remember you telling me about that.
So they've got this new demand service where you can watch their shows wherever you want in the world, and pay and watch it for as many times as you want in a year. So you pay £7 and watch it for the whole year. Which I think's cracking, because then you can watch all the Super Show and things. Sorry, I said stuff again. Ugh!
And
It's going
stuff.
to take me ages to get this.
Is this your New Year resolution? No more stuff.
I've got loads of New Year resolutions I'm sticking to this year. You won't believe what I've done. The things I've done already. Oh, I'll tell everybody in a bit. There's going to be a promotion called House of Pain Evolution that's going to rise again. It's going to be quiet for them guys. It's going to rise again and get better and better and better. That's going to happen. More sold out shows. Southside Wrestling is going to be getting into bigger places than Stevenage. At least, I think, the end of the year, towards the end of the year that our Southside had was just amazing. The fact that now he's having to turn people away from places and stuff like that. I think that is amazing. The fact that now that ICW, they're just going to outgrow Scotland. They're now taking over London. I think they're going to go to Wales. They'll go to Northern Ireland. They'll go everywhere. They'll conquer the entire United Kingdom. For me, ICW is going to fly in Scotland. Same for Scottish wrestling. Scotland is becoming the biggest main stage of the lot. Preston-wise, bigger shows. They're doing everything. I think it'll be... there's all these things happening with British wrestling and stuff. Yes, we're going to get the odd fuck-up. We are going to get the odd turn course. Like last year, we had Pro Wrestling Republic. You still there, Nix?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. We had Pro Wrestling Republic fiasco. We've also had Wu-Tech Wrestling with their problems they've had. There's always some companies out there that fuck up. There's one promotion. There's two promotions I'm going to stick my neck out. Three, sorry. I'm going to stick my neck out and say the 2014 is the year of them. Okay? Oh, I can't say three because I'm going to say so many companies now. First company is Kamikaze Pro. They are flying out of Birmingham. They're doing some amazing shows and all this thing. Look who's in.
Who's in?
Sweet Shin Music.
Ah! Oh my god.
Carry on with this. Kamikaze Pro. They're
You
doing
got a
some
tropical
amazing.
paradise, but you're going to regret
Right.
this.
Elite British Wrestling from Sheffield. They're starting to sell them out now. They're starting to sell out the shows at Sheffield Library Theatre. A lot of hard work's gone into that by them guys, and they're doing, and it's paying off. House of Pain Wrestling. That's another one that's flying. They're getting bigger and bigger every single show they do. Leicester Championship Wrestling. It's another one that started. They're the most improved wrestling organisation according to Lock Up Wrestling in their awards they did last year. Leeds Wrestling may be the best, but your fucking football team is the shittiest one of the lot because they got their ass kicked 6-0 by Sheffield Wednesday. Boom! Come back if you fucking dare. And there's you've got all these, you've got Extreme American Wrestling that do Corby, Yaxley, Peterborough, that areas, Kettering. You do all these things with everything. HXC, yeah, no comeback. There you go. Looks like Leeds United, no comeback or whatever. There you go. Ha, you ain't got to come back. HXC is another one from Manchester. There is all these great companies out there in this country that have got clean slate for 2014, but they've already started building shows. I mean, the show you're coming to at Stevenage, Jay Lethal, Paul London,
one likes that.
Paul London and Brian Kendrick. What else they got there? Sanjay Dutt. That's just four names off the top of my head. At PCW, they've got AJ Styles at end of February, beginning of March. You've got Chris Masters at Southside, beginning of March. You've got 4 shows by Southside in March alone. End of the month, you've got ICW up in Glasgow. End of the month. March is packed solid. Next month, Full House Wrestling in Peterborough celebrate 1-year anniversary with their shows they've just been announcing and things. Amazing. I'm going to the Full House Wrestling. If anybody was coming to Peterborough, shake my hand. I'll say how you do. You're more than welcome to do it. It's yours forever. Plans for British Wrestling Radio this year? There's thousands of plans we've got. There's one thing I always wanted to do, is I wanted to do an NWO t-shirt for the British Wrestling Radio. You know, like a BWR and then British Wrestling Radio underneath. But have it in red, white and blue. The BWR.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And have British Wrestling Radio underneath. And I'll have on the back, just have hashtag British Wrestling Kicks Arse. Just have that.
I think you said that before. I think that's a good idea.
That's the one I really want to do. I really want to get that t-shirt going. But the fact is, if I got that t-shirt, would it sell? I don't want to have 10 bleeding t-shirts in my bleeding pantry like I did last year. Don't want to do it. But I think it'd be a nice one, but just depends if I can get enough made. I want one of them. There's a lot of them happening. I think it'd look great, wouldn't you? BWR with the NWO style. I think that'd look great. Oh, don't want to go with the personalized. The only 2 people that got personalized wrestling radio things is me and Nixy, because we got his own hoodies, and that stays special to us forever. Okay, that's ours. It's just an idea I've got. If it comes off, it comes off. It took me a long time to pay off for Lindsay for the shirts last time, so that's uber racist. But we'll see what happens. This year's going to be big. It's going to be amazing for everything. Now, there's one more thing we've got to do before we do the questions. Mae Young.
Oh.
That motherfucker.
That was so bad.
That was such an evil fucking thing. He got everybody hook, line, and fucking sinker that he said she died, and you went mental. You did a great piece on the thing.
I did do a nice piece, but I wasn't the only one. So many other pages felt like didn't fall for it, but you know, we all jumped on the bandwagon, so to speak. We weren't the only ones.
The thing that did me is the one place we knew had announced it didn't. WWE.com. That's the place. If anybody's going to know it, if one of their ex-wrestlers died, she done. I mean, Mae Young, she's 90. She's got that dream of wrestling Stephanie McMahon when she's 100 years old at WrestleMania 40. I think that'd be a great way to do it. What people forget is Mae Young was in her 70s when Bubba put her through a table with the Dudleys. She was in her 70s, for God's sake. She picks Mae Young. I know you can't hear us, sweetheart, and I know we're just a little station, but on everybody that's in our chat room, and me, and I know Nixy have said this as well, keep fighting, missus. Keep fighting strong. Because we want to see you at WrestleMania 40. We don't want you to go yet. I know Moolah's calling you, and we know that the great Moolah's calling your name, and she's calling it strong. But can you hold on for another 10 years and get your wish of being at WrestleMania 40? Because I know, and I know Nixie knows, I think that'd be amazing to see it. Don't go yet, sweetheart. Keep fighting, and keep fighting in the strength that you can. You got what to say about her?
I was just really angry that like it had gone out like that. It made me really upset because you know she's such a legend, and it is. I mean, it was. I don't want to say that, but I just can't believe someone we would be misinformed like that. That was what really upset me more than anything, because it's not. You know, for us, it's more than just, you know, oh, sorry, it's a mistake, it's an accident, I got it wrong. It's more than that for some of us. And it still makes me angry to think about it. I mean, I'm glad in one way that it wasn't just us. If we'd written a piece and then we'd been the only ones, then I think it would have been bad on our part. But the fact that it was like almost all the internet wrestlers included makes me feel a bit better.
Yeah. But I think the difference is, it was just like with Paul Bearer last year. But there was me and Winters was in the chat room. Both of us was in the chat room when that story broke.
Yeah, and they didn't believe you, did they?
Because nobody believed it. We was in the chat room, and this gentleman that was Percy Pringle's friend, he literally had to ring his family to get it confirmed. And he's saying, is it true? Is it true? Is it true? He then rang in WZR Radio, and the guy was going like, and full credit to Ryan and Matt, they were just sat there going, hey, hold on, this guy's an absolute legend. And Ryan's going, yeah, but I get so many people with bullshit things and so many bloody bullshit calls. I don't even know if that's real. And it was like, oh, hold on a minute. And then all of a sudden, 20 minutes after the show finished at 3 a.m, the news story broke. And we was like, oh my God, it's actually broke. It's actually gone crazy. And the Paul Bearer that day was just crazy. I was breaking the story over here because I was in the room when it broke. So I was telling everybody over here what had happened. So I was telling guys, it's like, oh, did you know that Paul Bearer's passed away? This was like 6 o'clock on the Wednesday morning. It was stupid. Crazy. And that guy that said, oh, by the way, Mae Young's died. And the next minute, 4 hours later, he said, oh, by the way, no, she's not. I got the wrong end of the stick. Fuck you, dickhead. It's just one of them things that I'm one of these now that believes if you see it on the WWE website, then it will be true because they'll have it confirmed. And if it's one of them legends, otherwise, I'm not going to bother it. But I took your word for it, and we was like, well, hold on a minute.
But it wasn't just me, was it? It broke everywhere. I went to that place, and it was like, what was it? It was a American news website.
The thing that did it was they said she'd been turned off the life support.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you're dead.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's certainly an implication
was jumping
of it.
The gun at. That was what people was jumping the gun. there was a lot of people on Facebook, and there was a lot of people, and there was a lot of people jumping that gun saying, oh, because they've switched off their life support, she's dead. No. It's just absolutely disgraceful, the fact that some people going, oh, yeah, well, she's turned off life support, she's dead. Fuck off. But she's still here. She's fighting away. Keep going, May. Keep kicking out at 2, girl. She'll be kicking out at 2 more times than fucking Cena will. Anyway, we've got some questions, and to finish off our night at this time in the morning, this time at night. Sorry. All right, let's see if we refresh. Any questions? We've got 2 at the moment. Let's have a check. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, got 6 questions, Nix. You ready?
We have? Okay.
All right. He says, Vessel Ropes, thoughts on the PCW new on-demand service and the future of UK wrestling media or not? It's different. It's like, it's not making it like so you have to wait on DVDs now. You just pay your money on the website, get it, and watch it for a year. It's definitely the future. It's definitely the future, I think. What do you reckon?
The WWE Network.
No, I mean the PCW.
I think that's a brilliant idea. I think that's a good way of pushing themselves.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that don't get to see the shows, and this way now you can see the show when it gets put on their demand service straight away. So Stephen Flood has really grabbed this by the horns, and I can see other wrestling organisations doing that as well.
He's beat WWE to it, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Winter, who won the BWR Fantasy Football League? Well, it weren't me. Was it Lance or it was Lance or Vigao? It was one of you two. I think it was Lance. So congratulations to Lance on winning the British Wrestling Radio NFL Fantasy Football League. We'll be back this year. Switch Michael Webb. Or Ross Briffett, sorry. What do you think of the Solomon Crow character? Also, who do you think will be called up next? Do you think Alec will bleed now? One little question he's put 4 in here. What do you think of the Solomon Crow character? To be honest, truth, I've not seen it, but I've heard good things. Have you heard about this character?
No.
Right. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Russ.
Is it the one in NXT, the hacker?
Yeah. Something.
Oh, I have heard about it. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Also, who do you think will be called up next? Brittany Knight, Adrian Neville, Pac.
No, Pac.
Pac.
You are not allowed to say that name in this room.
Have you heard what they're doing when the launch of the network? They put in that, and they're putting a ladder match with Bo Dallas versus Pac in a ladder match for the NXT title up against TNA on that in the same night. It's going to go against each other. They're going against each other. WWE versus TNA. So that'll be interesting.
That will be interesting.
Do you think Alexander Rusev would make a good enforcer for the Authority? Yeah, if you say so, mate. Because literally, my chance of seeing NXT, I ain't got enough hours in the day to watch every wrestling thing. I could do it, but I'll take your lighted. I'll take your word for that. Michael Webb. If you could get one wrestler from anywhere to come and wrestle in the UK promotion this year, who would you pick? My pick would be Jay Briscoe from Ring of Honor, because I love the guy. I love his promos. I love everything he does. Get Jay Briscoe over here, guys. If any wrestling promotions are out there listening, put Jay Briscoe over here. Please. I'd love to see Jay Briscoe at some point. I really would. Only 4 guys were playing. Yeah, complete. We had 8 guys in the league, and then 4 dropped out, so we only had 4 of us playing. So next year we'll see what happens.
You, Ross Lance, and who?
Us, no, Ross weren't playing it. It was
Oh,
me.
okay.
It was me. It was me, Winters, Rygao, and I forgot the one. There was somebody else other. I forgot. But that's where it goes, I suppose. Oh my God, what's happening with my computer here? Fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake.
Bullshit fucking thing. Last thing. Oh, well, fuck, we've got another comment. We've got another question. And to finish with.
Dirty Sheffield.
Oh, cheeky fucker. Michael Webb. Oh, and who won the BWR FF League? Lance did. There you go. That's all I'm saying on that one. But, and that's it. I think we've covered everything tonight. The best we can do. I'll get everybody up in a minute as soon as I've sorted my bleeding laptop out. And then I can thank everybody personally. Sorry if we haven't done the shows tonight. I promise we'll do it next week and make it up to everybody. Please do not kick me out of the chat room. I'm Wookie Bum Pie. I'm Wookie Wook Pie.
Kick him out. Kick him out.
Kick him out. You forgot my question. What's your question?
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't. Where's the questions on the
British Wrestling page? Top of the page.
Okay. 1 second.
Do you think Harry Smith is flying since we game? Oh yeah, David Boy Smith is flying. He's flying big style. David Boy Smith Jr. Harry, he's doing real good stuff. Stumps things in America. I'm gonna say fucking stuff. I got asked this week a question. They've heard I did charity shows, right? Now, before you start, no. Okay.
Okay, go on.
Right.
I found it.
Okay. What's his question?
5 surprise entrants you would want in the Royal Rumble. By the way, Leeds is a tropical paradise.
Kiss my ass, tropical paradise.
It is a tropical paradise.
5 surprise entrants in the Rumble.
Karma.
Well, you do your 5 and then I'll do mine.
I'd like Karma to come in it again. Karma and Beth Phoenix. I'd love that. And then they just like have it out and then come back and do a WrestleMania program. Yeah, that would be a really great way to start that off.
Live or dead? Would it be live or dead? Any 5, live or dead? That's the best
only
one.
Tropical in Leeds is a can of little.
That's fucking spot on. That is brilliant. That's super.
Turkey or Pud, there is actually a reason we say that. There is a reason we say that. And I might actually post the Ross Noble video on our page just so I can clarify what it's all about.
My 5 alive. This year's Rumble. I'd love to see Jake the Snake get the pop he deserved because last Monday's was a fucking disgrace.
It was.
Scott Hall. Love to see Scott Hall.
I don't think he's ready for that yet.
No, just for the 5 minute as Razor Ramon. I won't want him as Scott. I want him as Razor Ramon. Come back as Razor.
Kevin Nash?
No, I won't want Diesel. No.
You might tear his quad again.
It's that's hard.
What about if they did the original Triple H, the Hunter Hearst Helmsley gimmick?
Yeah.
That would be funny.
If I had to pick someone from the Attitude Era back in the Royal Rumble, Mark Miro. I'd love to see Mark Miro back. Evan Bourne can fuck off right now. You know, start with me.
You know you want Air
Don't you
back.
fucking start on that shit. Don't fucking dare. I've had enough of fucking Evan Bourne. It'll last me a lifetime. All these people that don't know about my fucking famous rants at Evan Bourne. An Ultimate Warrior. There you go.
Oh
yeah,
you
Jeff
love
Jarrett.
it. You love it.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett's starting
you
a
do.
promotion, apparently. Have you heard? Jarrett's supporting
He
stuff.
loves you, Air Boom. He does.
Yeah, whatever. Ken Shamrock's working as a security
They
guard.
kicked me out.
Nixie, have you heard that? Shamrock's now working as a security guard for 50 Cent.
I've got to look that up because my brother will love that. He's a massive fan of his now.
Oh, well, I found a photograph and I'll show it you. I'll send it you. I'll put the picture on the page. What's wrong with Evan? Oh, don't. No. I'm not
what
going
is
back.
wrong with him? Drugs ban and then like
I'm not going back there.
Like that,
I am not. I am not going back there. No way. I'm not going back. No. That is way too long ago. So I think tonight's been. Thanks for everybody for tonight. Thanks to Acer, to Winters, to Pixie, It Factor, Shade, Shoot, Webby, Wrestle Ropes. Great stuff as always. Follow them Wrestle Ropes at wrestleropes.wordpress.com. There you go. Webby, Sweet Shin Music. Thanks for joining us. You're leading 6-0 piece of shit. You know the fucking else. Leeds United can kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck what you think, but West Sheffield Wednesday beat their ass 6-0. There you go. True York Pud, Davin. That's one of the guys that does behind the British Bulldog for the Hall of Fame. 2,500 and at least 13 signatures last time I had. So 2,513. Amazing. Let's get it to 3,000. Fuck all these shits that's doing things like that. Bulldog for the Hall of Fame 2004. Lee James, thanks a lot for listening, Lee. See you at a Southside show more than likely. And Michael Finney. And is anybody else below Michael Finney? Because I can't see him.
Nick Mason.
Nick Mason. How can I forget Nick? Sorry, Nick.
Pie and someone who is banned.
Right. There you go. Thank you so much and everything for everyone.
Remember Michael Finney, think cameras.
Yeah. 2014, not 2004. I do apologise. It's my first one for 2 weeks. Give me a break. We're back Friday night, 10 o'clock, with Bulldog Wrestling Radio. Yeah.
Hopefully I won't sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah, so...
Hopefully I won't sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah, hopefully you won't. But she's going back to bed. I'm going to stay up for a bit because I've got some Xbox One to play. I've also got to put this show on YouTube. Thanks to everybody for listening. It's been amazing. Now we're back on. We've got the computer sorted. We should be good to go as of next week. Get all the updates sorted and everything, and then we're good to go listening to the Cheeky Girls again and everything else about it. But let you have the last words, Nixie.
I don't need the last words. Thank you. Everyone's putting up with my chipmunkness.
Right, hold on a minute. I've got one thing to do. So please leave me. I'll come out of the chat room, but I'm still there. Okay? Come out of the chat room. Where are you? Because since we've started this now, we've got to finish it strong. And there's only one way we can finish it. This way. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Up the sky. Luna, do you have time to sing a goodbye song before you go? Always, babe. Hey, this was really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay. 'Cause we'll see you very soon, I know. Very soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. Come and play.
Good night, guys. See you Friday night.